விருதுநகர் விருதுநகர்
वहीं से करते हैं, कभी कभी वहीं से भी आ रहे। सब लोग आते जा रहे हैं, सबका माइक ऑन है, कचर कचर हो रहा है। सब लोग अपना माइक ऑन करके हाँ वही लोग जब बोलने के लिए बोला जाएगा तो वो हटा बुलाएंगे ना सभी। हाँ कैमरा तो दिखना चाहिए, वो कैसे है? माइक तो है, कैमरा कैसा है? सबका फोटो दिखा
ஆடியோ வர மாட்டேங்குது.
அங்கே அதே நடக்குது. எல்லாருக்கும் அதே
ஆடியோ வரல.
देख लीजिए सर। अब जैसे यहाँ से आप डाउन, अब यहाँ पे अपलोड कर दिया, फिर उसके बाद में ये कर दिया, ठीक है।
country working towards realizing the dream of a healthy India. The doctors community has contributed immensely to nation building. It is a day to celebrate the achievements and contributions of doctors working under Ayushman Bharat schemes. Today, we have here with us healthcare professionals as well as officials of state health agencies joining us online from various parts of the country. On this occasion, let us begin with the keynote address by Dr. R.S. Sharma, CEO, NHA. Let us begin with the keynote address by Dr. R.S. Sharma, CEO,
On the occasion
NHA.
of National Doctors' Day, I express my heartfelt gratitude to all the doctors associated with Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana and Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission from across the country. It gives me immense delight to address such a high-level representation of health officials, medical practitioners, doctors and other experts gathered here from across the country. Let me start by conveying my best wishes to all of you. Friends, the pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From unprecedented economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with the challenges and managing to stay afloat. In the last 2.5 years, we have witnessed the power of one. In the true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family, concerted efforts have helped us to overcome the challenges. Our scientists have worked towards developing vaccines and know so much more about the virus and the dangers that it poses. Businesses have adapted, economic and logical systems have withstood extreme stress, and technology has enabled creation of new paradigms in education, social equations and commerce. Our indigenously developed CoWIN platform developed by our experts has already helped ensure our scientists have worked towards developing vaccines and know so much more about the virus and the dangers that it poses. Businesses have adapted, economic and logical systems have withstood extreme stress, and technology has enabled creation of new paradigms in education, social equations, and commerce. Our indigenously developed common platform, not only developed by our experts, has already helped ensure scientists have worked towards developing vaccines and know so much more about the virus and the dangers that it poses. Businesses have adapted, economic and logical systems have withstood extreme stress, and technology has enabled the creation of new paradigms in education, social equations, and commerce. Our indigenously developed common platform, not only developed by our experts, already helps ensure scientists have worked towards developing vaccines and know so much more about the virus and the dangers that it poses. Businesses have adapted, economic and logical systems have withstood extreme stress, and technology has enabled the creation of new paradigms in education, social equations, and commerce. Our indigenously developed common platform, not only developed by our experts, scientists have worked towards developing vaccines and know so much more about the virus and the dangers that it poses.
I'm sure the meeting will be started again. Thank you.
Best wishes to all of you. Friends, the pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From unprecedented economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with these challenges. The pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From unprecedented economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with these challenges. The pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with the friends. The pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with the friends. The pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with the friends. The pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with the friends. The pandemic disrupted our lives almost overnight. But not all disruptions mean despair. Instead, the focus must be on the twin foundations of repair and prepare wherever such disruptions happen. And I must commend all of you for the way you have dealt with the pandemic. From economic stress to severe social distress, we are dealing with the friends.
I request Dr. Vipul Agarwal, sir, Deputy CEO, NHA, to kindly come on stage. I request Dr. Pradeep Vyas, sir, Additional Chief Secretary, Public Health, Maharashtra, to kindly come on stage. Dr. Nilima Kerakata, ma'am, Principal Secretary, Public Health, to kindly come on stage. And Dr. Vipul Agarwal, sir, Deputy CEO, NHA, to kindly come on stage. I request Mr. Dilip Kavadkar, sir, to kindly welcome Dr. Pradeep Vyas. I request Dr. Nilima Karakat, ma'am, to kindly give a memorable gift for Dr. Pradeep Vyas, sir. I request Mr. Dilip Pavatkar, sir, to kindly welcome Dr. Vipul Agrawal, sir.
Now I request Dr. Nagaonkar sir to please present a flower bouquet to Vipul Agrawal sir.
Further, on the occasion of Doctors' Day, National Health Authority announces 3 new initiatives to recognize the contribution of doctors and healthcare institutions under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya scheme. The first event to be launched is Ayushman Bharat Utkrisht Chikitsak Samman. These awards would be given to 5 best performing doctors of the country working under Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya scheme. The awards will be distributed during the anniversary event Arogya Manthan in September 2022. Now I would like to request Dr. Nilima Kerakatta to kindly launch the next award, the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana Fellowship Program. Thank you, ma'am. 5 health professionals working under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya scheme would be eligible for the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Fellowship with a duration of 1 year and with a grant of rupees 1 lakh. Now, I would like to request Dr. Vipul Agarwal to kindly launch the 3rd award, Ayushman Bharat Utkrisht Chikitsalaya Samman. Thank you, sir. 1 best performing impaneled hospital from each state would be selected for this award and would be felicitated during Arogya Manthan in September 2022. Now, I would like to request Dr. Vipul Agarwal, Deputy CEO NHA, to kindly come up on stage and address the gathering. Thank you, sir.
A very good morning to all. It's my proud honor and privilege to address this august and esteemed gathering this morning on the occasion of Doctors' Day. Let me first begin by expressing my gratitude to all the doctors and medical fraternity for your incessant and truly selfless work to the nation. In my view, it is not just a job, it's a challenging commitment and service which all of you manage to do without a single frown upon your face. Your worth is much more than one day of appreciation or recognition or hashtags trending on the social media. Thank you, doctors, for all your hard work and thoughtfulness, commitment during these challenging times that we have seen in the last 2.5 years. Your role during these pressing times have evolved into that of being a superhero, perhaps one without a cape. As a nation, we are all indebted to you for all risking your own lives and that of your families to serve the needy and the ill first. Over the last 2.5 years, our medical fraternity has not only stayed at the forefront of fighting the pandemic heads on, but also have played a critical role in the successful administration of the world's largest vaccination drive. That's a commendable feat achieved by our doctors. Thank you very much. Another interesting contribution from the medical fraternity is the way you have helped Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana and Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission schemes to get popularized among the eligible beneficiaries. As we move forward, we know that the pandemic would continue to evolve, and the healthcare community would also need to match the pace of this evolution to stay ahead of the game and deliver high quality care to all the patients. I have tremendous faith on each one of you, and as a doctor myself, I can emphasize and feel the choices and sacrifices we have to make every day to navigate in this new world defined by a constantly evolving virus. We have also announced 3 initiatives for recognizing and promoting the excellent work being done by the medical professionals associated with the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. All the details related to the fellowship and nomination for awards would be provided in detail very, very soon. As I mentioned earlier, no level of appreciation would be enough to acknowledge and thank your selfless service to the nation. Yet today, we are celebrating with some of the best performing doctors as nominated by the respective states and recognize them for their exemplary work under Ayushman Bharat scheme. We asked the states to nominate names of the best performing doctors across various treatment specialties in the states, and almost more than 1,000 nominations were received. This may perhaps be a first of its kind event when doctors would be recognized at this scale. I once again congratulate each one of you and urge you all to keep the momentum going. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would like to request Dr. Pradeep Vyas, ACS Public Health Maharashtra, to kindly come on the podium and address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Dr. Nilima, Dr. Vipul, Rohit, my colleagues in the department, Dr. Nagaonkar, Kavatkar, and all those who have come from various states. I welcome on behalf of Government of Maharashtra such a pristine, good surrounding, green, good morning, and very nice weather. See, today is Doctors' Day. We all want to felicitate the doctors. But I have seen that there are many doctors who generally go recognized in spite of their very tremendous, hard, and exemplary work. And this I have seen from my personal experience in last 2.5 years, when many people could not even go home for days together, weeks together. Many doctors working in one of the medical colleges at Mumbai didn't go home for maybe about a week, 10 days at a stretch, several times. Doctors used to stay at their clinics or hospitals only because they had very aged parents at home and never wanted their parents to get infected, never wanted to take any chance. And I don't know whether we can even recognize, we can even know their names. So it is very difficult in such a huge society with such a large number of doctors. Everybody has contributed in their own way in a great manner. So to select few, you are only a representative of a big sample. And I salute all those doctors who will be felicitated here today. And those who are, I am informed that many people are online who will be felicitated. And the 3 initiatives which Vipul also talked about, that we will recognize the hospital, we will recognize the doctors, and we will also give the fellowship for those who have done tremendous work. I am very closely associated with this initiative of Ayushman Bharat, Ayushman Sangam, because I have done more than 5 years in this department. So from the first anniversary or even before the concept was being launched, Ayushman Bharat, and there were discussions, and the first anniversary which was celebrated at Vigyan Bhavan. So I am seeing very closely how the scheme is evolving, how the lacuna have been taken care of, and I wish the scheme also a great success on this. And on Doctors' Day, let us all commit ourselves to the cause, because like they say that we all come from the society. If there is a deterioration in the society, everybody of that society member will get affected, whether it is a doctor, whether it is a CA. Today is a CA day also, and whether it's an advocate, whether it is a political person, everybody, because society is deteriorating, then everybody will deteriorate. So why you expect the extraordinary morality only from the doctors? But at the same time, since we have taken the Hippocratic oath, we have to take care that we stick to whatsoever we have learned and try to help the humanity in as much possible way as we can. And at the same time, I get very concerned that when I hear all these incidents of violence against a doctor, because society ultimately will lose the doctors. Nobody will like to come to the medical profession. It is happening in Rajasthan. Many very good doctor families now don't want their children to join the medical profession. So हिंदी में there is a कहावत है कि यानी जैसी प्रजा होती है उसको वैसा ही राजा मिलता है. तो जैसा हमारी सोसाइटी है वैसे ही हमें डॉक्टर्स मिलेंगे. If we don't treat our doctors well, probably we are not going to get the good doctors also. That is also fact. I again salute all those doctors who have contributed a lot to this society on this Doctors Day, and I wish this conference also great success, and thank you everybody. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Vipul Agarwal to honor our guest, Dr. Pradeep Vyas, ACS, with a memento.
Today we have some of the best performing doctors who are nominated for the exemplary contribution to the support of the beneficiary of ABPMJAY from state of Maharashtra. They have played a very important role in our efforts to provide affordable, accessible, and quality health services to the beneficiaries of PMJAY scheme. And have been successful in spreading smiles on the face of thousands of people. Today, around 1,000 doctors across the country are being felicitated by various SHAs for their contribution to the scheme. Congratulations and heartfelt gratitude to all the doctors selected from the Felicitation as a part of this initiative. We would also like to thank the officials of SHA for nominating and organizing Felicitation events for selected doctors in the respective states. Thanks to all doctors who have contributed. I now request Dr. Pradeep Vyas, sir, Additional Chief Secretary, Public Health, Maharashtra, to kindly felicitate Dr. Sant Pure from District Hospital, Pune. I also request Dr. Pradeep Vyas, sir, to kindly felicitate Dr. Tushar Dike from Padma Shri D.Y. Patil Hospital, Pune. Dr. Tushar Dike is working at Padma Shri D.Y. Patil Hospital. A certificate from SHA of Maharashtra and memento and a gift from NHA. I request Dr. Nilima Kerakata ma'am to kindly felicitate Dr. Abhilasha Handu from Bharati Vidyapith, Pune. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Abhilasha Handu is very well known for her services in Bharati Vidyapith Hospital, Pune. I now request Dr. Vipul Agarwal, sir, Deputy CEO, NHA, to kindly felicitate Dr. Srirang Ranade from Surya Sayadri Hospital, Pune. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all those who have joined virtually during this event. Once again, we salute and applaud to all the doctors and frontline doctors for their tremendous hard work and dedication to the public and the government. I may now request all of you to please stand in attention for the national anthem to be played. Thank you. भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जयति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाए तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। Thank you.